everybody, and welcome to the patch 12.16 preview. As always, these notes will be live in about 9 days from now, so not now. But what Riot is doing here is they are putting in which champions they want to buff, which champions they want to nerf, which by the way is a first. Riot has literally never before nerfed and buffed champions in the same patch. So they're basically giving ideas on who they want to nerf, who they want to buff, who they want to adjust, what systems typically means items they want to buff. So without further ado, we go top to the bottom, and I'm going to go through champions win rates while I look at this. I don't think win rates are a 100% signifier if a champion is doing bad or good, but after the durability update, I've kind of lost track on where a lot of champions are if they're not in top lane. So yeah, Tristana's getting buffed. That one doesn't really surprise me. See, the thing with Tristana, sitting down here at low pick rate, average win rate, Tristana after the durability update is probably doing a lot worse because her whole thing was she would jump on someone and one-shot them. If she can't jump on someone and one-shot them, then she's obviously going to be much weaker, right? So it makes sense that she's getting buffed. Zoe's getting buffed. I fucking hate Zoe. Nothing will ever make me think that this champion is a good idea. So the problem with Zoe is that whenever she's even slightly near viability, she still does good at the high ranks. Again, I'm going to zoom in here to show you that. She still does good at the high ranks, and she tends to dominate pro play. Now, even though this is a low sample size here, we can see that she's still the 16th highest pick, and she's still doing pretty good. Even if as the sample size increased, if her win rate went down to like 51 or even 50%, I think she would still be fine, honestly. So I don't agree with buffing Zoe at all, period. Irelia is being buffed. I'm gonna be honest, I should probably hate Irelia as an Aatrox player, but right now I just really don't. Her pick rate, her win rate, everything has fallen massively. She just doesn't seem to be doing good. Irelia players, I know you guys watch my videos, so first off, fuck you. But second off, Irelia players, and for those who hate watch my videos, I will begrudgingly admit I don't really hate fighting your champion right now, and considering that she's a soft/hard counter to Aatrox, I probably should hate fighting her. And yet right now I just don't. So there's something wrong here. I can't quite put my finger on it, but there's just something wrong with Irelia. She's just not doing that good. I don't know, man. I don't hate Irelia buffs. I'll, once I see what they are, I'll probably hate them. But yeah, for now, I don't. There's something wrong with Irelia. She's just no good right now. Caitlyn's being buffed. I'm not gonna have to look at that one. That one shouldn't be a shocker. Caitlyn isn't doing good since the durability update. They did that janky buff nerf thing with her earlier. I'm not going to show into it, but basically they did this weird adjustment on Caitlyn, and it kind of just ended up not doing much of anything. I'm not gonna go into it, but yeah, it just went nowhere and nothing happened. Kaisa's being buffed, which is a bit of a shocker because I've seen Kaisa do quite well. She's a top 10 pick. Kaisa tends to be balanced at like 48-49% win rate, so this is probably going to make her broken as shit at the high ranks again. I think part of the problem with AD carries, and this is a bit of an issue that Riot should look into, when there are turbo broken champions like Draven and Twitch, part of the problem, and I hope Riot pays attention to this, part of the problem is when champions tend to be really broken, they drain the win rate out of everyone else. Because I mean that's how win rate works, right? They suck up everyone's win rate with a straw. So even champions at like 49% could end up actually being balanced if you nerfed Draven and Twitch. So little bit sussy, and in fact I think in particular Draven does well into Kaisa as well. So I'm a little bit worried about buffing Kaisa. Jace is being buffed, but I'm going to be honest, I don't think Jace needs to be buffed. He's fine. I truly believe to the end of my fucking life he's fine. His pick rate has gone down massively, but that's just because of how top lane works. With champions being tankier, Jace obviously can't smash him as well, but the thing is he's still fine. He's still a good counter pick. I know they're going to buff his damage again, but holy shit, right? He's actually still fine. I do not think we need above Jace at all. I don't think we need above Jace, not even slightly, right? Vladimir, okay, Vladimir fucking sucks. I hate Vladimir, and he just sucks. He's unusable, he's garbage, he's trash, he's useless. His whole thing was he was balanced around one-shotting people, and now he can't one-shot people. And to the surprise of me, no, it's not a surprise to me. Basically, no, right? You never should have balanced Vladimir on one-shotting people. Now that the durability update happened, he can't one-shot people, so he's useless. Do you see the problem here, Riot? You can't Like, it's just bad balance. You basically set up a minefield for yourself in the future. You can't say, okay, we're balancing Vladimir around one-shotting people while invulnerable. And then you take away his ability to one-shot people while invulnerable, and shockingly, wow, would you look at that? He's now underpowered, but he never should have been in a position where he could one-shot people while invulnerable. Do you see what I'm trying to say here? Okay, Malphite sucks. I'm gonna look at Plat. Where even are you, Malphite? He's bad. I don't like Malphite as a champion, though. I don't think he should be buffed. He's a sack of shit. Fuck you, Malphite. Dumb bitch. That's it. That's all I have to say. Fuck you, Malphite. Fuck you, Malphite. I don't like him. I mean, on Irelia, I'll begrudgingly admit, I'll be like, okay, fine, maybe we could buff Irelia. With Malphite, I'm like, what's the point? Why would you ever want anyone to pick Malphite? What does he contribute to League of Legends? What does he do? What does he add to the game? What does he make better because he exists? Nothing. He adds nothing. He does nothing. He's a Q spamming piece of shit. He shouldn't be buffed. He shouldn't exist. He should have been reworked much harder when they were reworking him. They should have gone way harder. They shouldn't have kept his Q spam with Comet. They should have killed him. Okay? So don't buff Malphite. Actually, kill him. Zeri's being nerfed again. Zeri, the carry, is very scary. There should just be a section down here called Champion Nerfs Riot August, and it should literally just be which August design we're nerfing this patch. This time it's gonna be Zeri. Next patch, what? Probably Wukong again? I don't know. Anyway, they're nerfing Zeri. Her win rate, okay, so the problem with Zeri is she plays so differently from every other champion. She ends up being in this weird position, kind of like, oh, she doesn't have any pick rate or win rate. Holy shit. Even worse than Israel, really. She plays so differently from anyone else who even is in League of Legends that no one knows how to play her or do anything with her. Do you see the issue here? So everyone's really bad with her. But then if you actually know how to play her, she's overpowered. Yumi, okay, I'm gonna be honest. Yumi, despite being really annoying, someone told me at Riot that she doesn't get banned as much in Korea. I mean, she's still 19% highest pick rate in Korea, so that's not entirely true. Yeah, she does get banned less in Korea, but she's still the #1 pick and a high ban in Korea. So even though NA hates her more, banning her 52% of the time, NA fucking hates the cat. Even though she gets banned more, even though she's still hated in North America, okay, she's like really hated in North America, she's still hated in Korea. So actually, I gotta give this one, yeah, Yumi should be nerfed. Plus she's just really annoying to fight right now. I'm not sure what to say. I hate fighting that champion. Draven's broken as fuck. Nothing more to say. If you go to Masters, I mean, that was an NA. Yeah, if you got a worldwide Masters Draven, 60% ban rate, nearly 53% win rate. It'll probably be 53% by the end of the day. This champion is mind-blowingly nerfed. I literally call it the Draven roulette. What happens is an AD carry doesn't ban Draven because they think maybe I'll get Draven and then I'll be the big carry, right? And then what happens? They don't ban Draven. The opposing team picks Draven. They end up feeding into Draven. And what do I say every time? Why didn't you just ban Draven? And then they type back to me every time. Actually, if you play this champion, you can beat him. And I'm like, shut the fuck up and just please ban Draven until Riot nerfs him. Anyway, yeah, he's broken as fuck. Good job. Okay, Poppy. Okay, I'm gonna have to explain this one to you guys. I'm gonna have to explain this one. Poppy, I don't really think is overpowered, but there are a few Poppy players playing Poppy jungle at Masters Plus. Now, you can't see it in the win rate, but there's a few Poppy players that are just so utterly dominating the game right now. Not in North America, but I think there's like one in EU West and there's a couple in Korea, and people literally don't know what to do. She's just like, if you play her well and you do well on Poppy, she just like dominates the game so unbelievably hard. People just like literally don't know what to do. This is what you call a nerf for like the top 0.1% of the player base. This is what you do, a nerf for like the top 10 challengers, okay? I'm not really sure. So Diana is getting adjusted. Okay, I actually made a tweet, and I'm gonna show you guys this. I made a tweet. Here's my damage recap when I was fighting Diana. And if you look at this, can I explain something to Riot? She had Nashor's Tooth and Sunfire. this was early in the game. This was 2 items against 2 items, right? And the Sunfire had only done like 100 damage. The thing is, Diana doesn't need Sunfire's damage. She can just put an entire item into just being tankier and clearing the jungle. She can put an entire item into that and then just rely on her base damage. If you actually look at Diana's kit, and can we please address this, right? Can you please actually fucking talk about this for once in your life? She has 120% attack speed permanently, because this bonus isn't lost when she procs her passive, okay? It's 120% attack speed every time she casts an ability for 3 seconds. This becomes permanent very quickly, okay? So it's 120%. It doesn't go away when you proc her passive. You can continuously proc that passive. Some people think it goes away when you proc it. No, it's 120% permanent attack speed and then 250 damage every proc. That is an absolute fuckstick of damage, Riot. That's why she goes tanky, because she's got some of the highest sustain damage baseline of like any champion ever. It's disgusting. It's disgusting, Riot. Kill this champion. Murder this champion. Take this champion out back. Give her the old yellow treatment. No. Old mice and men, Diana. Okay? You go back and you tell Diana. You're like, think of the rabbits, Diana. Think of the just spit in the back of her. Blow her fucking brains out, okay? Even Shroud's being buffed. Okay, so for those of you who don't remember what Even Shroud is, because even I don't remember Even Shroud. Ha 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 ha. Okay, Even Shroud is this weird janky item. I need to close some of these tabs. Okay, so basically Even Shroud is this weird janky item. Even I literally forgot what it was called, by the way. So that wasn't so much a meme as it was the truth. I literally forgot what Even Shroud is called. Okay, so this item came out, and this was supposed to be the more selfish support item. Whenever you stun or mobilize, and you know, basically whenever you CC an enemy, they take 9% more damage for 4 seconds. Whenever you get stunned, the enemy that stunned you takes 9% more damage. Okay. And instead of giving an aura of magic resistant armor, you get all the magic resistant armor. Well, right after this item released, it actually used to do 12% damage to enemies. Now it only does 9%. Since it only adds 9% damage, it's kind of useless. And I'm gonna be dead honest, ever since Riot nerfed this item way back in, what was this, Season 11? When Riot nerfed this item in Season 11, I don't think I've ever really seen it since then. It's basically been totally absent from the meta. Nobody's built it. It's been really bad. So they're going back and buffing it, which is probably fine. I think, to be honest, I think one of the reasons they didn't buff it is likely because there's too much damage in the game anyway, and supports going from a tanky item to a damage item would just double down on that. Because imagine like every tank support is squishier because they're not building, you know, Aegis, they're not being tankier, and now they're squishier, and now they're also adding more damage. That's like a compounding effect. They're removing tankiness and adding damage. After the durability update, they probably feel a little bit safer about probably returning Even Shroud back to 12% damage. That's probably fine, questionably, I'm not sure. Undoing even more of the durability update is sketchy, but that's probably where their thoughts are at, right? They probably feel a little bit more confident going through and buffing Even Shroud now that they know, like, champions aren't just gonna be one shot by a speck of dust at this point. So without those are the changes coming through. I might go through when they actually post what specific changes they're doing. I might go through that. I might not. To be honest, this is not the most interesting content to go through, but it is still interesting. It's just not the most interesting, right? If I can like have other content, I'd prefer to go through other content instead of doing this, right? So that's it. That's this video. Leave me your thoughts. Give me any feedback on this. What do you think of any of these changes? Do you think I'm wrong on my take any of these changes? Why do you think Riot are doing these changes? Anything like that. Make sure to like the video. Special shout out to my Patreon supporters. You can find a link in the description if you want to support this stuff and keep me making videos and not dead, then you can join my Patreon. Special shout out to all my YouTube members. You guys are brilliant. Thank you guys for being here. And special shout out to anyone who just watches these videos and gets to the end of it. Thank you guys. You guys make this channel great. Thank you all for being here, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Goodbye, everybody.